Welcome back. At the Newport Richey Public Library, folks are checking out a lot more than books these days. Did you know you can now get seeds? That's right, seeds. Del DeShant and Susan Dillinger are here to tell us about the new program at their library. Thank you for joining us. How did this program get started?
Well, I think that both Del and I, about the same time, were doing research, and Del came across what they were doing in California, and I found something of that in the library literature, and we sort of worked together with the Environmental Committee to bring this about.
Yeah, I think probably the real impetus for it was the Environmental Committee of the City of Newport Richey, which is a group of dedicated citizens that are interested in developing sustainability within the City of Newport Richey and sustainability programs. And one of them happened to be the seed program, and as Susan mentioned, we did come across it through some literature we received from Richmond, California. Richmond, California had a seed lending system that they put in place, which interestingly enough was at their local library. So it was most sympathetic for us to do the same.
And what types of seeds, varieties do you offer?
We have flowers, herbs, vegetables.
Right, and many varieties within each. I think we must probably have a half a dozen or more tomatoes, a number of lettuces, different types of broccoli, including some local broccoli. So it's a rather extensive collection. It would be the sort of thing that you might find at a commercial retail outlet, a big box store, in which you would find seed packs for sale. It would be probably approximating the same range and diversity that you might find there.
Okay.
The difference is that they are organic heirloom seeds, non-GMO.
Right, non-GMO and non-hybrid. They are not hybrid seeds and they're not GMO seeds. And many of them are heirloom seeds, which means that they have been propagated continuously for more than 50 years. And it also means that they will grow true to form, as opposed to, quite frankly, a lot of the seeds that you might find at a big box retailer or at some sort of commercial outfit. These are going to be seeds that are going to produce genuine fruits and vegetables.
They're handed down from generation
to
generation.
That is correct, yes, absolutely right, Jen, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So someone comes and checks out a book, they must return the book. They obviously cannot return a seed. Do they have to return seeds back to you in exchange once their garden grows?
Well, they're encouraged to do that, but no, there won't be any fines or penalties, and we won't bill them for lost seeds. Actually, when they check out the seeds, it just counts as a statistic. And we've had, in the first few weeks, we had checked out just under 400 packages of seeds.
Wow.
If that tells you anything about how popular it is.
That's great. And so the program's it's fairly new, correct?
Yes.
August 20th.
Right.
Wow. So imagine this time next year it could be 4,000 packets of seeds. You hope so, don't you?
Excellent. Wouldn't that be great?
Are you taking seed donations? And if someone brings them to you, do they just turn them over?
That's really the plan. The idea is that as folks would check out the seeds, we would call it borrowing the seeds, what they would return would be seeds from the crop that they harvested from those seeds that they checked out. And so it will be self-sustaining, and ideally it will generate growth. There'll be more seeds next year than there are this year. Of course, the folks that are growing the plants will have to be successful at it, and we expect that'll happen too. Maybe not right away.
As their gardens grow, do they return any vegetables or fruits to you?
Well, that's another wonderful dimension of our sustainability program in the City of Newport Richey. Is we have on Tuesday mornings in Newport Richey what we call Tasty Tuesdays. And Tasty Tuesdays is a fresh, organic, local market. And although the growers there may not necessarily be using the seeds from the library, it's all really part of the same idea, the same principles of sustainability. And the folks that are growing there are local farmers, local gardeners, and the fruits and the vegetables that they bring in are all locally grown. So it's organic and local, and what we like to say, local, meaning the folks that are growing it are local, and the fruits and vegetables they're bringing in are local as well. So they're not really bringing back the fruits and vegetables to the library to check them back in, but they're making them available to folks to acquire.
And I will tell you that some of the vendors were even referring people yesterday to go in the library to get seeds, and they had special potting mix that people could purchase. And we have brochures as well that tell people how to check out the seeds and also how to return them.
Okay. Do you teach them how to grow it all? It's not difficult to grow a garden, but it's not easy if you've never done it before.
Well, sure. I think that gardening is maybe more difficult than folks imagine when they first get into it, although maybe not quite as difficult as some would have them believe. I think that when it comes to gardening, one of the first choices that you always have to make is whether you want to do it organically or whether you want to go chemical. And certainly those of us that are working in the sustainability community would always advocate for organic as opposed to chemical. And that's part of the principle that's behind the seed lending library. These are organic seeds to start with. It's part of what's behind the Tasty Tuesdays market. It's part of what's behind our community garden program in the city of Newport Richey also, which prohibits the use of chemical pesticides and synthetic fertilizers. So kind of the commitment to sustainability is I think the first step that you have to take if you're going to do a garden. Then once you've done that, then it's a matter of time, energy, and the resources that you want to put into it.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on the program being successful so far. Where do you see it 2 or 3 years from now?
Well, I see it replicating, and in fact it already is beginning to do that. I know that the library director from Dunedin came down and met with me and looked at our program, and she's starting one in Dunedin. Safety Harbor is starting one. There are other libraries considering it.
So you're open to teaching others how to do this system as well
Correct.
if they just simply contact you and ask.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Thank you for what you're doing at the Newport Richey Library. They're checking out seeds and so much more. Well, coming up next, a local community is coming together to promote environmentally friendly lifestyle, and you're invited to their 3-day weekend festival. Find out how you can get involved next.